At the start of every NHL season, there are always players who are looking to bounce back from a down year. Players have down seasons due to injuries, personal issues, or just by sucking at the game. And these players have extra motivation at the start of a season to show everyone that they can still play to the best of their abilities. In this video, I want to talk about 3 players who I believe will have bounce back seasons in 2023. In 2021, Philipp Grubauer was phenomenal. With a 1.95 goals allowed average and a .922 save percentage, Philipp Grubauer was not only a Vezina finalist, but he also helped the Colorado Avalanche win the President's Trophy. That offseason, he landed a 6-year contract worth $5.9 million per year with the Seattle Kraken. Saying that Philipp Grubauer had a down year in 2022 would be a massive understatement. Coming off of a season where he was one of the best goalies in the league, he was now one of the worst. In 55 games with the Seattle Kraken, he had a 3.16 goals allowed average and an abysmal .889 save percentage. Out of the 31 goalies that played at least 40 games in 2022, Grubauer's save percentage ranked dead last. He also ranked dead last in goals saved above expected with -33.7. Now that sounds bad on its own, but I promise you it gets worse. The third worst goals saved above expected is almost half of what Philipp Grubauer's was. He was, no contest, the worst starting goalie in the NHL last season. So why do I think he's going to have a bounce back season? The answer to that is simple. There's no way he can be worse. With how bad 2022 was, I cannot see a scenario where in 2023 he is worse or as bad as he was. Now, I'm not saying he's going to go back to being a Vezina candidate, but at the very least, I expect him to be slightly below average. If he were to hover around a .900 save percentage for the year, not only would that be a big improvement for him compared to last season, but it would also go a long way in helping the Seattle Kraken improve as well. The past few NHL seasons have been rough for Jack Eichel. In March of 2021, Jack Eichel herniated a disc in his neck and was out for the rest of the season after only having played 21 games. That injury was the beginning of the end of Jack Eichel's time with the Buffalo Sabres. There were disagreements between Jack Eichel and Sabres management over the type of surgery that he should get. Jack Eichel was traded to the Golden Knights in November of 2021 and was finally allowed to have the surgery of his choice. Eichel's debut for the Vegas Golden Knights would happen in February of 2022, and he would go on to play 34 games that season. In those 34 games, Jack Eichel put up 25 points consisting of 14 goals and 11 assists. After having only played 55 games in the last 2 seasons combined, Jack Eichel will be looking for a bounce back to remind everyone that he is still one of the top players in the league. And I believe that, given his circumstances, he has every opportunity to make that a reality. Jack Eichel played pretty well after coming back from his injury last season. 25 points in 34 games would put Jack Eichel on pace for around 60 points if he was to play 82 games. And he played at that pace after having neck surgery and not having played hockey for over 11 months. On top of that, Jack Eichel will have a bigger role on this team than he did last year due to Max Pacioretty being traded to the Hurricanes. I really feel that the 2023 season is going to be really good for Jack Eichel. It would be quite the story if Jack Eichel were to go back to being an elite level player coming off of a neck injury that nobody in NHL history has ever had before. In the 2021 season, Jakob Chychrun had 18 goals, 23 assists for 41 points in 56 games. At that pace, Jakob Chychrun would have had 60 points had it been an 82-game regular season. Coming off of the first 4 years of his career prior, where he was hovering at around 20 points per season, this was a big step in the right direction for Chychrun. The expectation was that he would build upon this in the 2022 season. That sadly was not the case. In the first 30 games of the season, Jakob Chychrun only had 8 points consisting of 2 goals and 6 assists and was a -31. His productivity did get better as the season went on. In his last 15 games, he had 5 goals, 8 assists for 13 points and was a +11. Injuries were a big factor in why Jakob Chychrun had an off year in 2022. He sustained a lower body injury in December and re-aggravated it in March, which caused him to be out for the rest of the season after only having played 47 games. Chychrun has shown that he is one of the best young defenders in the league currently, and I have no doubt that in 2023 he will show that off again. I find it hard to believe that 2021 was a one-hit wonder type season for Chychrun. especially since we saw him play at nearly a point per game pace before he re-aggravated his injury and was out for the rest of the season. Jakob Chychrun has been in many trade rumors during this offseason, and I feel like this can be to his benefit. Him having a bounce-back season would show other teams that would be interested in trading for him that he is worth trading for. Chychrun wanting out of Arizona can give him more motivation to have a better season than he did last year. And if he is traded at some point this season, it's possible that playing in a new system can help him elevate his game. Those are 3 of the players that I believe will have bounce-back seasons in 2023. Now frankly, all of these are just based off of my own gut feeling. That being said, it's not like there's some sort of mathematical formula to calculate if a player is going to have a bounce-back season or not. If you're still watching this video, I would love to know who you think will have a bounce-back season in 2023. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you'll come back for the next one.